Hey there, little one, and welcome to the Potty Paradox. If you are listening to this file, it's because you want to experience a progressive loss of bladder and bowel control the harder you try to use the bathroom. This session contains suggestions that will alter your thoughts and behaviors, confusing your potty signals and making you increasingly more diaper dependent with every listen. So if you do not want to experience the potty paradox, if you do not want to weaken your bladder and bowels the more you try to successfully use the potty, then please stop listening now. But if you are ready to experience more difficulty holding it in, more frequent accidents, and greater diaper dependence the harder you try to use the bathroom, then please keep listening. During this audio session, we are going to examine the sensations from your bladder and bowels, and the response to those sensations in your body and mind. Therefore, there is a chance you will have an accident while listening. So if you need to, please pause the file now and go ahead and put on a diaper. Are you all ready, little one? Then let's begin. We're going to start by taking some nice, deep, comfortable breaths together. With each breath in, I want you to imagine that your mind is automatically becoming a little more calm, more quiet, and more naturally focused on the sound of my voice. And with each breath out, I want you to imagine your body is automatically becoming a little more heavy, more comfortable, and more deeply relaxed. Let's take a nice deep breath in and a long, slow breath out. And another deep breath in, and a nice long breath out. Continue breathing deeply at a pace that is comfortable for you, and notice how with each inhale, your mind is now automatically becoming a little more quiet, a little more calm, and a little more focused on my voice. And with each exhale, notice how your body is now automatically becoming a little more comfortable and more deeply relaxed. Take a few moments now to simply enjoy breathing deeply. Very good job. I'm going to count backwards now from 5 to 1. With each count, your mind will become even more calm, quiet, and focused on my voice. And with each count, your body will become even more heavy, comfortable, and relaxed, so that by the time I reach 1, your mind will be perfectly calm and only focus on the sound of my voice, while your body will be deeply relaxed and asleep. 5. Sinking down now, feeling so calm and so comfortable as you continue to enjoy breathing deeply. 4. Drifting further down now. Your body feels so heavy, so comfortable, and more relaxed with every single breath. 3. Drifting further down now. Your mind feels so quiet and so open to the sound of my voice. 2. Almost all the way down now. Feeling so calm, so quiet, so very comfortable. 1. Your mind is now perfectly calm and only focused on the sound of my voice. Your body is now deeply relaxed and asleep. All you need to do for the rest of this session is enjoy listening and enjoy this feeling of relaxation. You are here today listening to this file because you want to experience and amplify the power of the Potty Paradox in your body and mind. You are here today listening to my voice because you want to experience a progressive loss of bladder and bowel control the harder you try to successfully make it to the potty. So let's take a moment to consider those very subtle signals that come from your bladder and bowels. Those familiar feelings that remind you that you need to go to the bathroom. Can you imagine what it feels like when you need to pee? That annoying, tingling sensation, that pressure that starts to build and only gets stronger until you allow your bladder to empty itself. You might not know this, little one, but if you feel the need to pee and you are not already wetting yourself, then you are activating the muscles that control your bladder. But muscles get tired, and if they are used too often, they can give out and cause big accidents. Have you ever had to hold your pee so long that you ended up wetting yourself? If not, I wonder if you can imagine how that might feel. From now on, every time you need to go pee, you will remember and know completely that holding it is making your bladder muscles weaker. Holding it in is making your bladder muscles tired. So you will notice as soon as you feel those muscles activate, and if you don't hurry to the potty right away, they may get too tired, and you could even have an accident. But don't worry, little one. You might still be able to hold it for a little while. But here's the catch. The longer you hold it in, the weaker your bladder will become over time. The more consistently you try to hold in your pee and make it to the bathroom, the smaller and weaker your bladder muscles will become. It's a paradox, because most people get better at going to the potty the more often they practice, but not you, little one. you try, the more you even succeed and use the toilet, the weaker and more unreliable your bladder will become. So you might be wondering, how can I stay potty trained if every time I try to hold my pee or go to the bathroom, my bladder gets weaker and smaller? And that's a great question, little one. And the answer might surprise you, because the answer to keeping as much bladder control as possible for you is to never hold it in. The sooner you let go and pee, the less control you will inevitably lose. So honestly, the best thing to do when you notice that familiar feeling in your bladder is to let go right away, as soon as possible. And yes, this might mean that wearing and using diapers to keep your clothes clean and dry is the best solution for you. But it will also mean you aren't further progressing your loss of control. And I know you want to try to keep some control, right, little one? So just remember, don't try to make it to the potty